Yo, 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 what's up, good people? Y'all know what time it is. It's AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. And you got the super team of sports talk here with y'all, and I'm one half of it, Diego Barishnikov, the black Dominican Russian. Here checking in with my main man, my partner in crime, the 6 foot and under post-up champ. Tell them who you are.
What's good, good people? It's your boy Uncle Hate, the other A and AA Sports, broadcasting live on a Wednesday, the day before the tournament. Free agency still popping. We here. What's good, homie?
Man, I can't call. You had a chance you catch any one of the play-in games last night?
Nah. I watched what was I watching last night? I talked myself into watching that pillow fight a little bit late with the Lakers in Denver. That didn't work as well as, that ain't beef. Them young boys don't know about beef. They don't like each other, but they don't know about beef.
Right. Yeah, I saw Isaiah Thomas, toss the ball at Jamal, in his direction.
Right.
In the game. But, it is what it is.
I think you said it the other day. The trolling that's what they do nowadays. The kids troll. It's just a different game now, but, ain't nobody trying to fight.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. All right. So, like the homie said, good people, we appreciate. We definitely gonna get into some NFL free agency talk here shortly. We're gonna touch on some NBA things, and like you said, it's tournament time starting tomorrow. The real start of the field of 64 starts tomorrow, so we're gonna get into a little bit of that. Maybe give some predictions, so on and so forth. We'll, as usual, appreciate everyone who tunes in, watching us on the YouTube channel. Again, remember to watch, like, hit that subscribe button there. Leave us some comments. Let us know how we're doing. Also, those of you guys that listen to us on the Spreaker platform, we appreciate that. Remember, go there if you want to go a lot in the gym, like to listen in your cars, on the trains, whatever. Check us out there on the Spreaker platform. Again, both of those platforms, find us AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser.
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's get on into it, Uncle. Hey, this free agency kicked off, I guess, officially. You had the rumblings and the rumors and all of that stuff going on for the last couple weeks to a month or so. So
Yes,
it's nice to finally get some faces with some places.
I tell you what, Monday we had speculation. Tuesday morning around 8 o'clock, we had numbers and some cats got paid.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I tell you what, I didn't expect. Let's talk about a few of the surprises. I think we talked about it on Monday. I didn't expect Norwell to leave us and not go to the Giants or not go to y'all. He ended up at Jacksonville Savage. I mean, they gave him the bag, so I can't blame him, but didn't see that one coming. Had no idea Sammy Watkins was even on the radar for Kansas City.
Right.
They gave him $16 million a year, so it worked out. And Allen Robinson, I really think this is going to be a long-term L. Well, it can't be an L if they gave you, was $16 million a year for him too?
So, yeah, somewhere around there. That one was the surprising one to me.
Can that be an L that give you that type of bread?
No, and it might not even end up being an L because, at the time I thought it was. I mean, it still could be. But looking at some of the other pieces that they've added since signing him, they brought in Taylor Gabriel.
Yeah.
Which is another dynamic to that offense that maybe they hadn't had. They brought in Trey Burton from the Eagles.
Yeah.
And then you already got Tariq Cohen, Jordan Howard there. Cameron Meredith will be coming back off injury. I don't know what they're going to do with Kevin White, but he's there.
That's
So they putting some weapons around Trubisky. I give them that. The defense young, they play hard.
Yeah.
So
defense got in a lot of games.
Yeah. So it may not be that bad a couple years down the road looking at it, but I thought Allen Robinson would have went to more someone that's ready to contend a little bit sooner.
Well, how about he goes somewhere that had an established quarterback? Hasn't he been dealing with that down there in Jacksonville? I mean, I know Trubisky was okay last year, but you tying yourself to another cat who's still developing when he could have went out there with y'all. Look at what Jimmy was doing with just Goodwin, and I don't even know who your other wide receivers were toward the end of the year last year. Look at what.
Well, as these signings come out, then you start hearing some of the real stuff that was probably going on And, come to find out, I've been reading that the 49ers weren't really in the market to spend big on a wide receiver.
Okay.
For the simple fact, which kind of scared me, I think I mentioned it a couple times here on a couple shows, the fact that we just spent money on Garcon last year. And then also when we signed Goodwin last week to a deal, I think that kind of really shut it down as far as going receiver-wise. Now, spending a lot of money. Now here, rumors are still going. I'm hearing Terrell Pryor maybe giving us a visit, so we'll see.
Yeah, that's a prove-it deal. Plus, y'all got hella draft picks. I don't see too many wide receivers going in the first round in these mocks, so y'all going to be all right. I'm surprised, though. I thought y'all were going to go hard, starting off, but this is how you build your team.
Right, and like you said, with Jimmy playing the way he played with what he played with last year,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I don't think they probably feel that they need to go reach too far for too much talent.
Right. And again, we don't know what's going to happen between now and the draft. So y'all can get another veteran toward the draft. Who knows? But let's run through a few of these other stories. We had the Honey Badger was released today. He was scheduled to make a lot of money. Now I know people look at that and they say, "Man, how you let go of a defender like him?" Well, when he was about to be guaranteed $19 million in salary over the next 2 years and his production just wasn't matching up, the business people. It's okay to get mad, but it is the business. It's just the way it goes. They offered him a haircut. I can't speak for you, but I do believe we want the players to make the most money. But at the end of the day, they're not in that position right now. So sometimes them haircuts come down. And they offered him one. He didn't take it.
And this could be a blessing in disguise for him. 2 years ago, Arizona looked like a destination, a team that was going to be right there in the mix. With Seattle and a couple other teams that possibly be in that Super Bowl mix, and they just had too much riding on Carson Palmer.
Yep.
David Johnson getting hurt last year didn't help, but they were already on the decline prior to last year. To me, if you ask me,
I'm trying to figure out how they won 8 games. I think I asked you that last week, but how the hell did they win 8 games?
I mean, yeah. Who knows? I think Honey Badger's going to be. I think Honey Badger's going to be a good pickup for somebody. Now, they bring in Sam Bradford.
That's what I was about to say. Had they got somebody else, I think he might have took that haircut. Because if they won 8 with Blaine Gabbert, if they get somebody serviceable, they might have gotten the playoffs. But then you bring in Sam Bradford? Come on, people. Really?
And I mean, again, my thing is what weapons are there? You still
Larry Fitzgerald should have axed out of there 3 years ago. 3 years ago, fam.
Oh man! And speaking of Sam Bradford, while we on it, if we had been doing dubs and L's today, Eric Weddle would have caught one.
We got to do a Petty Award.
Did you see that shit?
Boy, it was like right after it happened too.
I'm like, dude, I mean, he's telling 100% truth. People, if you haven't heard it, Eric Weddle, came out and was like, basically in a nutshell, I don't understand. Or Sam Bradford has made all this money over his career and ain't done nothing. I mean, he's not telling a lie, but as a player, you just look like a hater.
Hey, let me ask you this. I'm trying not to go racial on this. If that was a brother saying that about him, would it have been worse? Because it didn't get the coverage it seemed like it should have got with another white dude saying it about him. But
hey, man, it's that white on white crime.
It was so true, though. So true.
Eric Weddle kept it 100 with that one. I mean, he's not telling the lie, but like I said, man, you just look salty as a player saying that, man. You don't check another man's pockets, the grown man pockets. What Dame Dash tell y'all? Why you counting another man's pockets?
Okay, I know he got 50 when he first came out. This is 20, and I want to say he got like 40 from Minnesota. Sam Bradford done seen a lot of money, cuz.
Oh, the numbers I think 134 or 138.
In guaranteed money he's made since being here. Has he made the playoffs ever?
Did he make it 1 year with the Eagles? Maybe. I don't think so. No.
That's a damn shame. All that money ain't never made the playoffs. And then people get mad talking about Kirk Cousins. Come on. All right, speaking of Kirk Cousins, 3 years, $84 million, every single dollar guaranteed. Well, that was a smart move, and I saw it months ago. I want to say I threw it out here on the show like, hey, why would he not go there? They don't like none of these cats. Why not? But let me ask you this. How much better are they really?
That's been a hot topic. You know, between Case Keenum and Kirk Cousins. I think with Kirk Cousins, for me, I know what I'm getting. I've seen it at least for a little bit longer period of time. The bigger sample size, right? Versus Case Keenum, I've seen more bad out of Case Keenum than I've seen good. I also saw a coach last year that in the midst of winning all those games, that you had a coach late into December every week was still like, I don't know if I'm going to start him or not.
Was that not crazy? They win on Sunday, and he'd be like, I'm going to announce my quarterback on Wednesday. We evaluating things. That's ridiculous. But, I mean, he got the bag. Now, at this point, they won 13 games, made the NFC Championship. It got to be Super Bowl or bust.
Hold on right quick. All right, people, we back.
But, so if they were 13-3 last year, made the NFC Championship, they got their ass whooped in that championship with Keenum. But is it Super Bowl or bust? I mean,
can you call it a bust? I mean, you would say that because of the money, but look at it this way. To try and answer the question directly, they got to the NFC Championship really on the fluke. You know, they got lucky at the end.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And so they really just, won soundly one playoff game.
Yeah.
They had the bye week, right? Yeah, they had the bye week. So you would think you would want them to do a little bit better with Kirk Cousins. Dalvin Cook would be back.
Yeah.
We'll see. But it's going to be some – right? But, there's going to be some other teams in the NFC, though, that's going to be coming. You got and just within that division, you have almost said Dallas, thinking about the Redskins. You got the Packers. They're going to be better record-wise, you would think, with, Aaron Rodgers being back in full season and some of the additions they made. So you're not going to cakewalk to a title, division title at least. Dallas, they want to, they'll have Zeke back for a full season. I'll say that. I ain't going to say they're going to contend, but they'll at least be back to what we think they should be. And then we'll see where it go from there. The Giants should be better. So the NFC's already a damn bloodbath anyway.
Yeah.
So
but speaking of
have
Green
the ball.
Let's stay there. Green Bay is bringing in Jimmy Graham, and they also are signing Mo Wilkerson. But they cut Jordy Nelson. Didn't we talk about that on Monday where we figured they couldn't? Mm-hmm. Now, Monday the report was they're going to go get all these wide receivers. And we sat here and said, well, the money don't really work out. One of them cats got to go who are already there. Well, come to find out it was Jordy. I'm not surprised. Jordy looked terrible last year, and it's really starting to look like Jordy is Aaron Rodgers dependent. Now, they said they came at him with a haircut, and he said he'd rather go see what's out there. I'm surprised at that. I'm really surprised at that. I thought he would have went down from that 9 to maybe 5, to stay.
Right.
But what do you think?
I think to me it was the quarterback, the backup quarterback, Hundley. I think it may have been more about him not being, not necessarily saying it's all his fault, but he obviously had a better connection with Devontae Adams, and then he gained a better one with Randall Cobb as time went on. Him and Jordy just never got on this same page.
But in that regard, could you say it's more about them other two cats being more athletic?
I mean, that's a possibility too. But you think about what Jordy brings to that offense. He works on the outside a lot, and Hundley was having problems getting the ball out past some hashes a lot.
Yeah, his placement wasn't to be desired. So I'm with you on that. I think he could play. I still think Jordy could play. I'm just real surprised he left. I'm really surprised at that.
Yeah, but it could be a little bit of both. It could be a little bit that he is Aaron Rodgers dependent. We're gonna find out. We definitely gonna find out too. Well, because if you go to the Patriots and play with Brady, then it'll be he going to another great quarterback. So
it'll be dinkandunk.com as usual.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, because they got a spot for him because Amendola left to go to Miami. So
yeah, but I don't think they're the same guy. You know,
No.
Amendola. Yeah, I think Jordy will be able to come in there and at least wherever Jordy goes, I think he's a third down possession type receiver, pretty much. All that 60, 70-yard long passes, I don't think that's part of the in the cards no more.
Why don't you tell the people that disrespectful comment you made about him on our personal chat earlier today? Who you compared him to?
Oh, Jordy Nelson is now Eric Decker.
That's disrespectful. He's better than him right now.
I'm just saying. Okay, he is Roddy White. He's turned into Roddy White. Used to be athletic, then toward the end of the career, possession receiver.
So basically, that ball got to be perfect in the right spot for him at this point.
He's Anquan Bolden without some of the extra Anquan Bolden. He's going to be a possession. He's a possession receiver right now.
But you know what? Anquan Bolden will get you 70 balls toward the end.
I see that the Bills finally released his retired right, so he's back free agent if he wants to come back and play.
He had a year off because he can go somewhere and contribute.
Hey, he can give you 50 balls right now, I bet you.
50 balls with them vice grip hands. What else we got? Carlos Hyde left your team today. This was another one that was surprising. Y'all just looking like I'm sitting there Monday talking about y'all gonna have a victory lap. Y'all just shut the bank down. Ain't nobody get paid. Well, I can't say that because you paid McKinnon today. You paid him a lot. But I thought y'all were gonna keep Carlos Hyde.
I was kind of hoping we would. I think part of that is kind of sentimental for some reason. I just kind of like Carlos Hyde.
I do too.
But in the long run, it may probably work out best. McKinnon ain't a thumper, but I think he's going to bring to the table in Shanahan offense, some things, a dynamic that we don't have on that roster right now.
Let me ask you this. This might be stupid, but it's okay. How much better is Devontae Freeman than him?
Than Jared McKinnon?
Yeah. Is he a lot better? Reason why I asked that, because look at the floor of what Devontae did in Atlanta under Shanahan's offense. So
I think, of course, this is going to sound crazy putting durable and Freeman in the same sentence because he's had some issues, but it's been mostly because of concussions.
Gotcha.
But McKinnon has had some other little, injuries here and there. So I think Devontae Freeman may be a little bit more durable, maybe, in that aspect. But I think McKinnon I think he's a tough run. Like I said, he ain't gonna be able to carry. You don't want him carrying the ball 30 times. No, you don't want him doing that. But he's capable of running in between the tackles.
I see 20 touches, 15 carries, 5 passes.
I think they can line him up as a receiver in a lot of in a lot of sets.
Yeah. So I think you're gonna get value out of it. I tell
he's definitely got some playmaking ability. He can return kicks, so he's pretty versatile.
He's gonna about the deal he got today. My bad.
Yeah, he got 7.5. I think 7.5 a year, something like that.
Right. So he's one of the highest paid backs now, and this just speaks to what Le'Veon's talking. I mean, he's one of the highest paid backs, and Le'Veon wants double what he makes, which he's good, but I don't know. Not
double good.
Right. I just don't know how this is gonna play out for the home. I really don't. The Titans got better today. Well, yesterday actually. They picked up Malcolm Butler from New England, and then they went back and got Deion Lewis from New England. It's no coincidence that Vrabel is a New England guy, and he went back and got some winning DNA because both of these cats got Super Bowl titles. But I like this move for them. I like this move a lot.
And then it pairs Butler back up with Logan Ryan. Well, he's already he went there last year.
I forgot about that. Gotcha.
I'm just really glad Malcolm Butler got his money and that fuck shit that Belichick pulled in that Super Bowl didn't cost him no money. I'm really happy he got his bread.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna get that on 1 year prove it type shit.
Yeah.
On some character issues.
Yeah.
And all that speaks to people is that was some fuck shit because ain't nothing came out, no video, no witnesses, no nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
From Popeye's chicken to 30 million guaranteed. Shout out to you, Malcolm Butler.
Hey, you deserve it, big dog. You deserve it. I like this Deion Lewis with Derrick Henry pairing. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure about what they got on the outside with
They got Corey Davis, and they got two like young receivers there, right?
Yeah, what's that young boy who catch all the deep balls? I can't remember his name, but I want to say
Rashard Matthews.
Rashard Matthews. Yeah. So we're gonna see. They still got the tight end Delaney Walker. So hey, it's coming up on the time where you got to get something from Mariota. So we're gonna definitely see. Covered them. The Giants. They got Nate Solder from New England. So that is 3 defections so far. 4. Because Amendola went to Miami. So they've lost 4 starters from New England.
Yeah.
Solder got paid to go cover Eli. I don't know what the hell the Giants are doing bringing in Jonathan Stewart as their running back. But, hey, can't find nobody else. He's washed.
He's got to be. That's got to be one of those. He gonna backup signing. He may not necessarily be there after training camp is over. I don't think that can't be the route that they're going. And then in the way it's shaping up with what Cleveland has done, they may Saquon Barkley may be sitting there for him at 2.
The sad part about it, Jonathan Stewart might be better than what they got up there right now.
Yeah, what do they have up there?
Good question. A bunch of bums.
Well, they got that boy. Was it Darkwa?
He's okay.
But it's whatever they do have up there. It's hard to tell exactly how good they may or may not be because that line was trash.
That line was trash, and they were putting 8 in the box because you ain't had shit on the outside because everybody got hurt by week 5.
Right.
So if they protect them, they should be all right. I tell you what. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say that Solder departure from New England. How does that? Can New England replace him with somebody as good? We're talking about Brady, 40 years old. That was his blind side. Yeah,
but it's interesting this off season. I'm starting to really believe. I mean, we heard the rumblings coming out of there, but it's really starting to look like just maybe it's some cracks in that armor up there. Did you see the Gronk's tweet in regards to Amendola leaving?
No, I didn't. What did he say?
I'm sorry, his Instagram post. He posted a real nice Instagram post about him, told him to enjoy himself. He put on there, now in all caps, be free, and now you can be happy. Is he firing shots? Cuz
hey man, it's like you said, it could possibly be the empire could possibly be crumbling.
Could this be the same type of situation like with Seattle and them not giving that ball to beast mode? That maybe they lose faith. I mean, they've won 5 titles, but that to sit this boy and they don't have nothing on him. Could this be one of them situations? I mean, bad enough.
Okay, now you lost me there. Because you went back to Malcolm Butler.
No, that's what I'm saying. The Malcolm Butler situation, could this be one of them things where they starting to lose faith in Belichick and his way? The players, I mean, because you see they spoke out more than they ever have compared to what happened with Seattle when the defense kind of turned on Pete when they didn't get that ball to Marshawn instead of throwing it the way they did. Remember we were talking the other week about sometimes it'd be plays that happen just kind of mess up the whole
flow. I still don't see it as that because you still don't have the level of outspokenness. The few things that have come out have really been kind of cryptic, passive-aggressive type shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Brady and his little thing and, Gronk with this. Ain't really nothing direct yet.
Yeah.
But, the writing's definitely on the wall, and it's all tied to Brady. I mean, the boy can't play quarterback forever. I don't give a damn how much wheatgrass he drinks.
He can't. And at the end of the day, they already got the succession plan in place.
Right. So, I would if I'm a New England fan, I would hate for it to end the wrong way.
Right.
Versus going ahead and everybody bowing out on top,
Right.
Doing it the right way and cementing that legacy. Because, people are already going to try to detract from what you've done.
Right.
Spygate, Deflategate, all that shit, videotaping, all that shit. So even add bullshit to it. You know what I'm saying? At the end, I don't see the point.
I got you. That make a whole lot of sense. All right, we talked about Andrew Norwell. What do you think about Case Keenum to Denver? I think that's that sounds like funny money right there, boy. Outside, no dome, cold. That sound like funny money, people.
Yeah, man. Case Keenum, he's done nothing wrong in this situation. He played well last year. He's earned himself whatever payday he got. I'm just not a believer.
Guaranteed over 2 years.
I saw, was it 30?
36.
Yeah, 25 at signing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not a believer. I'm just not a Case Keenum believer. Sorry. I don't think he's a franchise carrier. You know what I'm saying? I don't. So more power to him. Good luck to him. He got his bag. But yeah, the Broncos, I mean, they got a lot of holes to fill up there. A lot of holes.
You know what I was thinking? It kind of made sense to me. Did Minnesota jump in on this whole Kirk Cousins thing because Denver been kissing his ass since the season ended? And they sit back like, well, damn, we got a better defense than them. If we throw him up here, I mean, because they've been talking about this since the season ended, and then you don't get him, and you stuck with this guy.
Yeah, this is another. Is it another case of John Elway dropping the ball on? It's like he never gets his first option.
They didn't have $84 million to give him though.
Well, yeah. If you don't have the money, that's a big factor as well.
Because that little shit they did to get rid of Talib and a couple other players, that didn't add up to 84.
Yeah, but to answer your question about did Minnesota jump too soon, I think Minnesota was like, they looked at the three quarterbacks they had. They looked at Sam Bradford and said, hell no. They looked at Teddy Bridgewater and said, I don't know.
Right.
And they looked at Case Keenum and was like, I don't think you can do that again.
Right.
So
I mean, they had three that didn't equal up to one. And we were just talking, I was just talking about the wind and the elements. Teddy Bridgewater going to the Jets.
I think he signed for a deal that could be worth up to 15. And then they signed McCown again, come back, I think, on a $10, $12 million deal, something like that. So they basically split one quarterback salary and gave it to two, and I guess they're going to compete for the job. Now,
didn't I say that a couple weeks ago? If you sign one of them, sign two, especially that cat, it makes sense. But again, who on the outside? They didn't address that during the first couple of days of free agency. I like the Isaiah Crowell pickup. I kind of wanted him in Carolina. He seemed like he'd be a nice thumper for us. But,
yeah, I like that. I like that pickup. I was surprised. Speaking of the Jets, I was surprised Trumaine Johnson signed with them.
I was surprised too. Really surprised.
You pair him back there. Well, not necessarily pair because Jamal Adams plays safety. But you're at least starting to get in the back end of your defense straight.
The run defense wasn't the problem. But $15 million a year, that's good money.
Yeah, and defense is never the problem with the Jets.
No. I just do they still take they gotta take a quarterback at 6. They can't not.
Yeah, they gotta do. I mean, do they still have them other boys on the roster too? Bryce Petty, Christian Hackenberg.
I didn't think about this. They got 5 quarterbacks basically. They signed these 2 dudes.
Figure it out, New York Jets.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We need to get we need to get that boy Israel from Idiot Talk Sports on here. Let him talk about the Jets.
Oh, I remember the homie from the Twitter. Speaking of offenses that need to figure it out, coming into this offseason, all the talk was what the Ravens needed to do. They needed to get Joe Flacco some weapons, and they got to do it. They wanted everybody. Now, they still got a chance to get Jordy, possibly. I don't see why Jordy would go there at this stage of his career. But the Ravens signed always hurt John Brown. And I believe this cat, Ryan Grant, is the 3rd or 4th wide receiver on the sorry-ass Redskins.
Redskins, yeah.
The 3rd or 4th receiver, and they gave this dude $20 million. Some stuff, if I'm that cat, well, I like Ozzie Newsome. I do. But it seems like the game done passed him by, cuz. It just seems like you know how fast Ryan Grant probably signed that contract, or how fast his agent agreed to it.
Hey, hurry up before they realize what they've done.
This one of them type of conversations where your homie call you, dog, they got 20 million. You bullshit. Take it right now. Right.
But it's probably a funny 20 though. You know how that go.
I think it was like 10 or 15 guaranteed, which is good money considering this cat was like the third or fourth receiver.
Okay.
But, hey, bless his. Well, and then on top, so they got rid of him, and then they bring in Paul Richardson for $8 million a year. Now he was the second receiver, I believe, in Seattle, and they made it clear they weren't gonna bring him back. So $8 million a year for number two. That seems to be the going market.
I would say because you're talking about the Redskins now, though, right?
Yeah, I switched over.
I got you.
We're going rapid on this one. Did we talk about Sammy Watkins?
I think last show, but we
You know he signed. So, what do you think about that?
Damn, what did he sign with just that quick? Forgot.
KC.
Uh,
KC.
Yeah, Chiefs.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a lot of speed.
Does he run the whole route tree?
That's what we haven't. I don't think we talked about it because his speed with Mahomes' arm could be a good combination. I still think they need another receiver on the other side.
But I don't know if you heard me. Does he run the whole route tree?
I haven't seen it.
So you got two dudes running the go. Who the hell in the middle? Because Tariq, what's the other boy name? Hill.
Tariq Hill.
He only runs a go, or a bubble screen, or a slant. That's it.
So you still gonna have Kelsey work in the middle.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to think back. See, some of the injuries have changed what Watkins does, and then do you think that they used him? Do you think that they used him right, or to the best of his ability with the Rams?
No.
Okay.
I don't think they did, but at the same time, in all the career highlights you remember from Sammy Watkins, what do you recall? Long touchdowns.
I remember long touchdowns, but I also remember a lot of short to intermediate passes that he broke into long touchdowns. So I know last year he was just pretty much a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
But before the injuries and everything, I want to say, now that I think about it, I want to say that he wasn't he was a little bit more versatile.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, I want to say, people were trying to compare him to like a baby Julio Jones at one point.
Yeah. No, I'm not shitting on his talent. I mean, I think his big downfall has been he's been hurt. That's it. He's been hurt, and he was up there dealing with Tyrod when Tyrod wasn't good. So
right. So I think he can. I think he may be okay with the Chiefs. He may be all right.
I mean, I think it's a pretty good pickup for them. I mean, $16 million a year, you can't turn that down. You know who the winner was in that situation? Dez Bryant. Because if they were going to cut Dez and go get an upgrade, Dez made 12.5 this year. Everybody done got paid 16. The big dudes, they want it. So how can they really come to him about a haircut at this point?
I about to say it's starting to look like Dez gonna win.
It seems like Dez won. So, all right, we covered that. What else we got? My team picked up Bashar Breeland.
I like. What you think about that?
I kind of like it. I felt like he got burned a lot last year, but 26 years old. I think this is like his fourth or fifth. He can't be no worse than Worley. He can't be. Bradbury is our number one, but we need to get better. I'm okay with it.
You really dislike Worley, didn't you?
No, I mean, because I watched a lot of games. He was a walking penalty. I just didn't like it. He was hurting us. What else I got? Drew Brees got $50 million, 2 years. I didn't like the fact that the second year is a team option.
Why not?
I feel like if you're gonna keep dealing with this cat like this, does he not deserve the respect to not have to deal with the franchise tag every damn year?
I mean, he gonna be 40?
39 this year.
Yeah. I mean, from the player fan aspect, yeah, I get what you're saying, but from the team, looking at it from the team side, I understand why they had to do it.
I'm with you on that, but let me say, what if they would have gave him 4 years a couple years ago and made this coming up year the last year as a team option or whatever? It just seemed like he shouldn't have to be going through these 1 years every year with this same team.
And I think at the end of the day, it'll work itself out because I don't think he's going to fall off a cliff in 1 year. So I think it'll be moot at the end of the day. Their option to be picked up or whatever the case may be, and then he'll finish out next year and then ride off into the sunset.
Yes, sir. All right, we covered that. Eric Ebron got cut today.
Who gonna sign him? Who gonna sign Brick Hands?
Somebody gonna pick him up, and now I just have a feeling it'll work out some kind of way. AJ McCarron, boy, I was telling you earlier today. I said AJ was a loser. It didn't work out for him. Totally forgot about the Bills. I tell you one thing about this draft class that's starting to materialize. Everybody's signing Bridges because they don't feel like these dudes are ready to play this year.
Yep.
and they're not old Bridges at that. They're really not. So That's the crazy thing to me. These aren't old. Well, outside of Bradford, these aren't old Bridges. Tyrod's what, 26, 27? AJ McCarron's around the same age. Teddy Bridgewater around the same age if he works out.
Yeah, some of these cats that get drafted, they may not play. You're talking about a year holding the clipboard. Some of these situations, they may be holding it for two. And we've talked about it before. We're old school. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. If I say it may be going at least this class, going back to the old school way, you sitting and learning first.
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. My last football story. Okay. You stay down through all the losing seasons. All the losing. You there. You don't miss a start or a snap.
10,363 snaps.
Y'all ain't had no hope. For 10 years, no hope. In the 1 year, y'all got some hope. Y'all signed a lot of players. 2 picks in the first 5 picks. And now you want to quit? Joe Thomas, dog. Tell me, why now?
Hey, he did an interview today, and I listened to it, and I get it.
What'd he say? I ain't even hear today.
He talked about just, the accumulation of all, the injuries and all of that stuff, even though he didn't miss really any games up until the torn triceps last year. He was like, he played through so much other stuff and the accumulation of it going all the way back to high school. He said his body was just done. He said he didn't feel like doing it no more. So
I'm about to start hating.
Well, what's up?
You notice how he look real small now.
He on that furrow.
Cause they get off that shit, they just start to deflate. He look real small, so he's gonna have to figure out about 50 pounds by August. It ain't gonna work out.
Hey man, but yeah, it's crazy because his record as a Brown 48-128. He had the block
like
for
Kevin Garnett type shit.
This is worse than the Kevin Garnett. This is worse than Kevin Garnett being loyal because at some point Kevin Garnett did say, you know what, I've been an idiot too long. I'm gonna go ahead and go try to win somewhere before it's all said and done. Not Joe Thomas, man. Not Joe Thomas. This dude blocked for 22 different quarterbacks. 22 different quarterbacks, dog.
Cause I'm gonna throw this towards me and you. So you remember when Alex Mack left, right? Alex Mack, they were homeboys. That's like me and you losing for 20 years, and I say, dog, I'm out. I'm going to stay. You idiot. You should have left.
Hey, then stay your ass right here then.
Alex Mack went to the Super Bowl that year.
I see you doing Christmas, during the holidays, or doing, off-season vacation. When it's time for our version of the banana boat trip. Yes. Other than that, you stay your ass right here. I'm out. But you know what?
What's up?
It'll be funny if Joe Thomas leaving, this be the thing that breaks the curse. Now they can get right back on track. So if that happens, then he's sacrificed for the greater good of the Cleveland Browns.
Because I would have to play at least this year. At least this year. They have never looked this credible in years.
Definitely none during his career.
Right.
I think the most hype that Cleveland had over the last 10 to 15 years was that little era where Josh Cribbs was there.
Braylon Edwards.
Yeah.
I can't remember that one back, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. That was It's like I owe it to myself and the city to play this 1 year to see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, 8-8 in Cleveland when they went 0-32 the last 2 years. Man, come on, you should have played. But hey, life happens. He's gonna do good on TV. I actually like him when he talks football on TV. He's solid.
Yeah, he called Richard Sherman an idiot last week too.
Yeah, he sure did. And everybody killing Sherman for this deal, but the sad part about it is I think Sherman's the type of cat. This is gonna be fuel to his fire. He's a smart cat. I don't know if he's gonna get all them incentives, but Sherman ain't gonna just be stuck with that $3 million y'all gave.
All that fire shit is gravy. He better put some fire to that Achilles.
Yeah, we definitely gonna see. We'll know soon enough. All right, I ain't got but 2 NBA stories before we jump into this bracket. Steph was hurt. I believe we talked about him on Monday because I actually was his ankle, the most important thing to the NBA championship. Lo and behold, because I did not watch the game on Sunday, Klay Thompson broke his thumb. I didn't watch the game, so I didn't know. So you got both of the Splash Brothers out. Now it's still about 13, 14 games left. Is this the most vulnerable they could possibly be?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for the end of the regular season and possibly the first part of the playoffs, but
we have no idea who they're gonna play at 8. No idea at this point. And I mean, it could be anybody.
Yeah.
But
did he hurt it at that lame ass birthday party Steph Curry had?
No, they said it was I ain't even watched the video. Was it that lame? I heard it was kind of funny.
Oh man, it was. Yeah, go check it out.
Gotcha. But yeah, I mean, one thing I will give them, I think they learned from their mistakes. They're not featuring speeding. They're focused on being healthy. Because who gives a damn? Do you think them cats are honestly concerned about going into Houston?
Right. They are now getting what they getting to that level. Of course, they've already won and what have you, but all these past years, Cleveland hasn't really been worried about seeding because they know they just get there, they take care of business. Golden State is now morphing into that because now they're turning into the veteran team that's been there, done that. This would be the third championship in 4 years if they win this year. So yeah, they know they don't need seeding. They got the confidence and the swagger to go into any building and take your heart from you, basically. So
the funny thing,
I wouldn't be scared of Houston either.
Hell no. The funny thing about Houston, and let's say they play Golden State, that crowd will be going crazy, screaming and all that shit. They'll come down there and hit 3 threes in a row, quiet all that down.
Yeah,
all of it. So we definitely gonna see what goes on with that. The last NBA story I got, if we were doing dubs, I would have to give one to Russell Westbrook for reaching his 100th triple-double last night. That was a pretty solid game. I hate we weren't able to make it. The Hawks played them real hard last night, but they got it done. Now Oklahoma is now currently at the 4 seed, a game and a half behind Portland. But that can change because they got a really tough schedule coming up.
Okay.
But, that's pretty dope, man. He ain't been in the league that long to have 100 triple doubles.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's good.
So he's going to end up passing Jason Kidd, might even catch Magic, but he will not catch Oscar Robertson. Ready to talk some NCAA, big dog?
Yes, sir. Let's get into it before we get up out of here. Just looking over these regions. Of course, I haven't really just started watching college basketball hard probably about a month ago. So
I'm glad you said it because I was reaching on this shit here. Boy.
And, of course, there's been a lot of parity in the league. You had a lot – I can't remember the exact number, but a lot of different teams sit at the number 1 spot this year. These mid-majors have been on the rise. So this is one of the first years there's really no clear-cut favorite.
It's not. There's no beast this year.
So
let me get your Final Four.
All right. So, okay. So we're gonna jump to the Final Four. So my Final Four got Arizona.
Okay.
I got my Tar Heels.
Okay.
I got Villanova.
Okay.
They got Michigan State.
Okay. See, we won team off. I got Duke in there.
Okay. I got Michigan State beating Duke in the Sweet 16.
And that's very possible. You know what? I kind of went with Duke because the last time I bet against Bagley, he balled. And this seems like the shooting was coming together against us. So if they get this shooting going, they got the down low. So I got Duke going to the Final Four. Every other team besides Michigan State. But what upsets you got?
Then I got Arizona, Michigan State in the title game. Michigan State taking it.
Okay. I got Carolina winning it against Villanova. We get some get back.
I think at some point our rebounding is going to hurt us. Honestly,
it is.
I think that's going to get us. And if we have to play Arizona with Ayton, and then they got another big bro on that team, I think that's where they take us out. And
I wouldn't be surprised if Arizona went on a good run though. Like I wouldn't be surprised because at this point they got motivation. They got the feds watching them, the NCAA watching them. All we got is us.
Not only that, and if you look at the bracket, at Arizona bracket, they're going to have to play more than likely. If Kentucky don't get beat by Davidson round one, they're going to play Kentucky second round. I think they'll take Kentucky. Then you look at them probably he's going to match up with Virginia, right? Now, Virginia got that slow old man game, want to keep it in the 50s and the 60s at the most, but they just lost their sixth man for the tournament.
That's what I was about to say. Jay Billis was talking about that the other day, talking about if you had them going, change your bracket. He's like their number one NBA ready player, and he's out.
Right. So that's why I got Arizona. I got Arizona beating them in the Sweet 16, going to the round 8.
All right, I took New Mexico State over Clemson. I've heard solid things about them. I took Butler over Arkansas, and I went ahead and reached. I guess you could say it a reach. Trae Young has to get a win in this tournament, and it has to come in the first round. They will not beat nobody in the second round. It will not be a long run, but I figure they will beat Rhode Island, which will be the 7th seed.
Rhode Island gonna get them. That Oklahoma, they should not even be here.
They shouldn't be there. They shouldn't. But this is a second season, and if he got that Steph Curry magic, now is the time. Because if he gets a win and balls, somebody gonna drink that Kool-Aid and take that boy in the top 10, which he should not go in.
Well, that means if you look at all the mocks, he's already there anyway. Been there all season, so that's crazy. That's gonna happen.
But the funny thing I saw the other day, they said that he was damn near the lock to be the player of the year earlier this year. Mm-hmm. He didn't finish as a finalist after being the lead the entire year. That's crazy.
Yeah, but it is. I don't know. He probably can still be good. It's hard because they just started really going at him, and his team is really not that good. So
they're not.
A lot of what happened ain't really his fault.
No, I just felt like he needed another year. But I guess you cannot leave that bag on the table. If they're saying they'll take you top 10, then you should go.
Yeah, because you pretty much had. You look at the teams that kind of slowed them down or stopped them. They had to put 2 and 3 guys on him. Yeah. If you look at the teams that tried to guard him straight up, they got toasted.
Yes, sir.
So that's something to be on the lookout for. He could be possibly if they beat Rhode Island and then he can come work some magic in the second round and put Duke out. Hey, they already want him to be the star anyway.
Man, what AB say? If he puts Duke out, business will be booming.
Yeah. Now you asked me about upsets or surprises.
Yes, sir.
I don't think I really picked any. I picked a couple, like a 10 over a 7 somewhere along the way. I think I did. Yeah, that's Providence over Texas A&M. Yeah, I think they are pretty. Oh, Florida State beating Xavier. That's who I got knocking a number 1 seed out early. Providence beat Xavier for the title, for their conference title. So, Xavier can kind of limped in here as a number 1 seed at least.
I took Missouri. I feel like Porter got something to prove.
Yeah, I took. I think they playing Florida State.
You took Florida State.
Yeah, I took Florida State.
Yeah,
because the fact he hasn't played but 1 game with the team. Yeah, and from what I understand, from what happened in the game, the SEC tournament, it was him chunking up a lot of shots, no flow. The flow of the offense was broken. So I think that is going to take them out against an athletic team like Florida State.
Yeah, and I kind of struggled with that, but I said I'm gonna go with them right here to see what happens. I took Alabama over Virginia Tech. An 8 and a 9 don't really. It's not really.
like the best games right there.
Yeah.
8, 9s.
And I like that lead guard they got, Colin Sexton. He ate Trey Young's lunch when they played him earlier in the year. He's been balling. I mean, he pretty much carried them in that SEC tournament. They got him going.
He hit a buzzer beater in that tournament, right?
Yeah. So he's a lottery pick as of right now. So, you know, I mean, one thing about this tournament I like compared to the NBA, one cat can carry you. We seen Kemba Walker do it. We seen what was that young boy, Shabazz Napier, Melo. One cat can carry you in this tournament. So,
what are some of the intriguing matchups? You know, I'm looking at. I got down here a possible rematch of last year's championship game in the round of 8 in the Elite 8, Carolina against Gonzaga.
Yeah.
I have not really watched Cincinnati this year. I want to see them. They're a 2 seed. I think that's probably the highest they've been seeded in quite some time. I want to check them out and and see what they're working with. Because I remember Cincinnati being good like all the time. Ruben Patterson, Kenyon Martin, DeMar Johnson.
Yep.
You know, Cincinnati had some dogs, some teams back. You know, those late 90s, early 2000s or so.
Yeah, they were rocking with Bob Huggins. That's why I got West Virginia moving the way they do. I like him as a coach.
Yeah, Bob. I always liked Bob Huggins.
Yeah.
He always seemed like to me a calmer Bobby Knight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not much.
I'm saying he's still out there now. He's still crazy, but Bobby Knight was like next level ignorant.
But one thing you just said, we were both just talking about, the coaching. I mean, in this tournament, that's why you always see the blue blood teams, the main teams with the better coaches end up winning. Because you got a younger coach or whatever, or a smaller school going up against Coach K, going up against Jay Wright up with Villanova.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorites, Tom Izzo. You know, it's a difference when you matching X and O's against a seasoned general when you ain't never been there before. So, and I'm really rooting for. And another reason I put Arizona and Michigan State in my final, even though I really think they are 2 of the better teams.
Yeah,
I want one of these teams that's under FBI investigation to win this shit.
Right. Right. I mean, and have you not noticed how that shit went away? They ain't mentioned nothing else about it since he came out there and said none of this is true, and I don't want to talk about it no more. I'm coaching tonight.
Hey, it got quiet, didn't it?
Quiet. Same way Izzo shut that mess down. The feds, they had to find something else to do. Maybe, stop some of these shooters. Maybe,
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, this is one of our favorite times of the year. You never know what's going to happen. So I'm here for it.
Now, I really don't have too many upsets. I might need to change this bracket.
It's really not many. I took, a 10 over a 7, a 12 over a 5.
Yeah, I took a couple of those. Let's just like at least a 12 over a 5, which normally there's at least one of those. I know I didn't pick one this year. I don't think I picked a 12 over a 5. Oh, I picked Loyola Chicago over the U.
Nah, I took Miami in that game. They played home.
Homie won't be happy about that. But they really didn't. I'm gonna have to redo this bracket.
That'll make me so happy if they lost that early, but I took them in my bracket though, trying to win.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be solid. I think last year we knew we were good. We knew we were gonna be on the way, but it just doesn't seem like there's a beast this year. Gonzaga was good last year going into it.
Yeah.
Everybody can lose.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Kansas, their number 1 seed. They good. They got heavy guard play, but they don't got shit on the inside.
Right.
They really we got a little bit more on the inside than they do. I think that's why I got Michigan State beating Kansas.
Do we respect Bill Self? Does he get the respect he deserves?
I don't think that's our fault.
It just seems like
he always have solid teams. He always have good teams.
But he only got one, right?
Yeah, he's only got one. He's only got one. Cal only got. Well, Cal got 2.
He made it twice though, right? Self.
Yeah, I can't. I think the other team. Wait a minute.
He might have not made it twice.
He was the one that beat Cal in Memphis, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he only has that one.
Did the Andrew Wiggins team make it?
Nah.
They didn't make it.
They had Embiid on that team and they lost. What the hell?
Yeah.
Who knows?
All right, but it should be some good basketball starting tomorrow around 12:30. So, all right, people, we're going to get up out of here. I think we're just dragging it out now.
We're good to go. We's on schedule. We did our brackets. We talked about this.
I had a couple things.
What you got? Real quick.
Actually, this is going to be a quick dub in the L.
Go ahead.
This is going to be a first-time event because it's going to the same person.
Oh, shit.
Dub out to LeBron James for acknowledging, recognizing the kid that had come to the game and had a sign saying, LeBron James, you are more than an athlete. # never shut up. And it was a white kid.
Yeah.
And LeBron went out of his way to, to acknowledge the kid, give him a little, souvenirs, some memorabilia, whatever.
Yes, sir.
So, I thought that was pretty dope of LeBron to do that. At the same token, I'm giving him an L because I am sick and tired of going on his Instagram and watching him put up highlights of himself on games that they lost.
You said it the other week. It was such a good comparison because knowing us and how we talk this, we didn't like Kobe starting off. We didn't. But the later in years, we started to have respect for him.
Right.
I love LeBron. Love his game. But this sucker shit he been pulling lately, you ain't got to talk about yourself so much. We know you're the shit. You're going to break the record books. You talk about yourself so much. I mean, I know these folks is asking the questions, but damn, be a little modest. Be humble. You said you had Kendrick Lamar's album a week before it came out. Shit, be humble.
There you go, man. There you go. All right, man. Hey, man, tell these people where to reach you at on social media. They can hear more of your rants.
Hey, yeah. At Rike6000, holla at me. I talk sports. Get in that bracket challenge, people. Get in it.
Yes, sir. That's right. Sign up for the AA Sports Bracket Challenge. I'm glad you reminded us. Go to our Twitter page and click on the link. It's on Yahoo Sports. It's public. Again, AA Sports Bracket Challenge. The group code to get in that thing is 112053. Again, 112053. AA Sports Bracket Challenge on the Yahoo site. Get in there and sign up for that. You got until 12 noon tomorrow to get those in there. Get those brackets in.
We do prizes.
And we got a little something. You can reach myself at Diego Barish on Twitter. And again, don't forget to watch episodes on the YouTube channel at AA Sportscast. Watch, hit that subscribe button. It's right down there. And then also those of you guys continue to listen to us on the Spreaker platform. Tap the little hearts and give us some love there. Shout out to the sponsors again, Distinct Finds. Shop Distinct Finds on eBay site. Use the promo code AASports10 for 10% off of your fashion gear. Shop with our boys over at Revis Paris on IG and also our boys over at Notoriously Fly on IG. For Uncle Hate, for Diego Barishnikov, AA Sports, baby. Straight sports, no chaser. We up out of here. Go Tar Heels. Peace.